rest of the day here, or just one game?
5 minutes, 10 minutes, get my shot. They only use one photo.
That's right. No sense in them giving them 100.
Well, yeah, no, they wouldn't appreciate it anyway. So we won't make a gallery of it. So that's whatever.
The rest of the day here, or just one game?
5 minutes, 10 minutes, get my shot. Christian's here, though. Well, you know Christian. He'll be here all day.
He'll give them
only
100.
use one photo.
Right. No sense in them giving them 100.
Oh, no, that's it? They wouldn't appreciate it anyway. You're not moving out? Oh, okay. Thanks. That's it? I'm shooting baseball right now. The game just started. Half hour maybe? A little bit more maybe? Depends. Hey, I'm working right now, okay? What? Play around. The game hasn't even started yet. I'll call you as soon as I'm done this, okay? If I get in your way, just tell me, yeah? There's always that possibility. I shouldn't be here too long, but okay. It kind of looks like that area a little bit, you know? I don't really have to either. I shouldn't be here too long, but okay. You don't have me up at the moment, do you? Can I just get a moment to get comfortable?
Good afternoon and welcome back to Wilson's Group Stadium at Royal Athletic Park here in Victoria, BC. We are set for the third game of the day at Wilson's Group Stadium. This one, the first game of the tournament for Team BC, the Coquitlam Angels, and they are taking on the team from Alberta, the Red Deer Riggers. Red Deer already has played this morning over at Lambrick Park and were 8-0 winners over Ontario 2, the Ilderton Red Army. So they will look to continue rolling here as they have moved across town to Wilson's Group Stadium to face the Coquitlam Angels and Team BC here in the 3 p.m. game. on this Thursday afternoon. Glad you're with us on Go Live Broadcast. My name is Mike Edwards, along with Chris Jaycox in the broadcast truck. We are just underway here in Victoria. Count is 2 balls and no strikes to Jason Chatwood, the shortstop, leading off for Red Deer. There is a strike from Sean Schaefer, the starting left-hander for Coquitlam. So the count now moves to 2-1. Schaefer now delivers the 2-1 pitch. And that one catches the outside corner. Nice pitch by Schaefer. So he took a little off that time. 75 on the radar gun to even the count to 2-2. Schaefer working quickly to start the ball game. This one grounded to third. It is knocked down at third by Lindsay, thrown across the diamond to first. And that is out number 1. So let's go through the full Red Deer lineup here for this afternoon's ball game. Jason Chatwood, the shortstop, just grounded out to third base. Jeremy Harasimchuk, the catcher, will bat next. Jarrett Chatwood, the brother of Jason, at third base is batting third. Aaron Dunsmore, the left fielder, will bat in the cleanup spot. JP Wilner, the right fielder, is batting fifth as Harasimchuk lines it foul on the first pitch of his first at bat against Sean Schaefer. So Wilner is fifth. Jason Lewis, the first baseman, is batting sixth. Ty Russell, the DH, is batting seventh. Shane Court in center field bats eighth. And Denver Wick, the second baseman, rounds out the order in the 9 spot. 0-2 is the count. And the pitch from Schaefer to Harasimchuk is up high. 1 ball and 2 strikes. That one an 82-mile-an-hour fastball from Sean Schaefer. Schaefer, the lefty, getting the start here in this game for the Coquitlam Angels. Pitch misses down low below the knees of Harasimchuk. 2 balls and 2 strikes the count. That one misses to Harasimchuk to fill the count to 3-2. Now the payoff pitch is swung on and missed. Strike 3. So Schaefer gets the punch out on 3-2. Harasimchuk down swinging for the second out of the inning. And just another note on Sean Schaefer. He won gold with Burnaby in last year's tournament with the Burnaby Bulldogs and pitched really, really well. He was a workhorse for the Bulldogs. He actually threw 16 innings over 2 starts and 1 relief appearance over the 4-day tournament and posted a 3.50 ERA, which is very impressive. That actually included a complete game where he allowed just 1 run in the semifinals, a game that the Bulldogs won in extras over Alberta. So Schaefer was a big part of the gold medal winning Burnaby Bulldogs team that represented the province of British Columbia last year. And he is back here with the Coquitlam Angels once again, representing BC this year and getting the start for BC's first game against the team from Alberta, the Red Deer Riggers. 1 ball and 2 strikes here on Jarrett Chatwood, again the brother of Jason. Jason leading off at shortstop. Jarrett is at third base and batting third. Close pitch just missed to Jarrett Chatwood, and it's 2-2. Now here is the 2-2 offering from Schaefer. This one tapped slowly back towards first. It's scooped to the pitcher, Schaefer covering the bag, and that's the inning. Nice 1-2-3 start for Sean Schaefer and the Coquitlam Angels, who will be coming up to hit for their first time in the tournament when we return on Go Live Broadcasts.
And just a reminder to check out the concession on the first base side of the field, as well as the merchandise now.
Next time we need to bring the big tripod.
First up for the Angels is center fielder number 15, Jeff Bouchard.
Bottom of the first inning here at Wilson's Group Stadium, and the Coquitlam Angels coming up to hit for their first time, led off by Jeff Bouchard, the center fielder, who takes a strike from the big right-hander, getting the ball to start the second game of the tournament and the second game today for the Red Deer Riggers. It's Matt Hammond as Bouchard slaps one towards the gap in right center field. This is into the gap, and it's trouble as it rolls up against the wall. Bouchard can run, and he is headed for third. He is in there standing up with a leadoff triple. And what a way to start the bottom of the first for Jeff Bouchard make that, and the Coquitlam Angels, who will now send Jack Thompson to the plate, trying to knock in the game's first run right away off of Matt Hammond and the Red Deer Riggers. So here's now the first pitch to Thompson, and that one is just catching the outside corner. 1 ball and no strikes. 0-1 pitch is a bunt popped up on the infield, and this one will do the job. Everybody's safe, and Bouchard comes in to score. That one went from a potential disaster and a bunt that was popped right up into a perfectly executed infield hit for Jack Thompson, as that one just fell into no man's land in behind the pitcher's mound. Neither of the middle infielders could get to it. And so Thompson, a sigh of relief for him, as the bunt that was put down was actually turned into an infield single right around the second base area on the infield grass. So it's 1-0 BC, with Jeff Bouchard coming around to score after his leadoff triple on that bunt base hit for Jack Thompson. And here now is Darren Honeysett, the left fielder, getting his first chance to swing the bat. Fastball at 86 miles an hour by Matt Hammond misses outside. 2 balls and no strikes on Honeysett. Two-0 pitch catches the outer part of the plate, and it's 2-1. Again, BC is ahead 1-0 in this game. Scoreboard showing no score as of yet. But it is a 1-0 lead for the Coquitlam Angels, who are off to a good start to the tournament. This one is hit out into right center, and this ball is into the gap, and it's trouble as well. Here comes Thompson around third. He's getting the wave in, and Thompson will score as well. It's 2-0 BC on a bunt base hit and 2 doubles to the right center field gap. Matt Hammond getting hit hard here early for the Red Deer Riggers, as BC and the Coquitlam Angels have stormed out the gate.
Yeah, copy. Copy that.
So let's look at the rest of the Coquitlam order. Well, we have a moment here. Taylor Lawrence now is the hitter, the cleanup man at first base. Alex Graham, the second baseman, will bat next in the 5 spot. Jordan Varga, the DH, will bat 6th. This one is hit on the ground to first. It's scooped up by Lewis. He will take it himself to the bag and step on it for out number 1. It's a productive out, though, for Lawrence, as Honeysett advances to third. So the Angels with a chance here to drive in Honeysett with the 1 out here in the bottom of the first inning and make it a 3-run first frame for them. First pitch floats inside and misses to Alex Graham, the second baseman. Bottom third of the order for Coquitlam is Grant Malm, the right fielder, batting 7th. Nick Lindsay batting 8th, the third baseman, as this one's stroked into center. And the hot start to the game continues for the Angels. That's an RBI single for Alex Graham to knock in Darren Honeysett from third base. It's an early 3-0 lead here for Coquitlam. Kyle Iwata, by the way, the catcher, rounds out the Angels order in the 9 spot. But first here, it's Jordan Varga getting his first chance, the DH, with Alex Graham now aboard at first.
Yeah, I got it.
And a 3-0 BC lead over Alberta
Sorry about that.
right out the gate here in the first inning. First pitch missed to Jordan Varga, the designated hitter. Still only one out in this bottom of the first as well for the Coquitlam Angels. Running for second is Graham. The throw down is not in time. So it's a stolen base for Alex Graham. Gets himself into scoring position. And it appears as though the Angels as a team have been seeing the ball very well right out the gate, out of the hand of Matt Hammond. They're timing him up well. They're using the middle of the field, getting a lot of solid contact. There's a big swing and a foul away off the bat of Jordan Varga. 1 ball and 2 strikes now. That one clocked at 87 on the radar gun from Hammond, one of the harder throwers we've seen to this point in the tournament. Alex Graham with a small lead off of second. 1-2 pitch is strike 3 called right on the outside corner, and a big second out for Matt Hammond on a strikeout looking of Jordan Varga. So that gets Hammond to 2 outs here in the first as he tries to stop the bleeding and hold the Angels at just the 3 runs they've managed to play to this point in the frame. First pitch is downstairs, missing to Grant Malm, the right fielder. A ball and no strikes the count as Malm awaits the pitch from Matt Hammond, and it's lined up the middle. This is past short and into center field. Getting the wave around and coming in to score is Alex Graham, and it's more runs for the Angels in the first. A 4-run first inning and a key 2-out RBI single that knocks in that 4th run there by Grant Malm, cashing in Alex Graham. So we talked about the fact that the Red Deer Riggers cruised through their first game this morning over at Lambrick Park with an 8-0 victory. But it's been the opposite of that to start their second game of the day. Here with the Coquitlam Angels now in their first game. They have not played yet today. Coming out red hot at the plate. And it's 2 balls and no strikes now on Nick Lindsay, the third baseman. Coquitlam trying to get through all 9 spots in the order here in the first. They will if Lindsay reaches base. Last pitch was fouled away there by Lindsay. Count is 2 balls and 1 strike. And Hammond is set for the pitch. Another one fouled back to even the count, 2-2. Grant Malm at first with 2 gone in the bottom of inning number 1. 4 runs already in for the Coquitlam Angels as this one is popped foul, and we'll do it again on 2 balls and 2 strikes. Some early trouble here for Matt Hammond, who is trying to settle into this game and keep things close. As well, with the nature of this tournament, so many games in the 4-day span, you can ill afford to have a starter who you've penned in for 4, 5, 6 innings just go 1 or 2. There's a swing and a miss, and down on strikes is Nick Lindsay to end the frame, but a big first for the Coquitlam Angels. 4 runs come across to score, and it's a 4-0 BC lead over Alberta on Go Live Broadcast as we head to the second.
tripod a little, just a little bit. Is that gonna be a big hassle? Yeah, sorry. Come in, man in the van. Can I load the tripod a bit? Just yeah.
Number 16, Aaron Dunn.
Move, Shape. JT.
So much better.
On to inning number 2 at Wilson's Group Stadium. 4-0, the lead for the Coquitlam Angels, representative of Team BC, over the Red Deer Riggers of Alberta. And Sean Schaefer goes back to work after he tossed a very quick 1-2-3 top of the first, and then he saw his offense get him 4 runs. So Schaefer, with the pedigree we talked about in last year's tournament, if Schaefer is clicking, could be a tough game the rest of the way for Red Deer to claw back from this deficit. Here's a little bloop out to shallow left. Drifting over to his right to make the catch is Honeysett, and that's out number 1. So it's 4 straight retired by Sean Schaefer to start his ball game. That was Aaron Dunsmore flying out to left. Here now is J.P. Wilner, the right fielder, getting his first chance to step up to the plate to hit. And he takes a swing at that first pitch and came up empty. 0-1 the count. The good news, I suppose, for Red Deer is that they proved in this morning's game that they can really hit and put runs on the board. They themselves had a 5-run 5th inning in their 8-0 win over Ontario 2. And they, as a team, they pounded out 15 hits in that 7-inning game. So it would not be wise by any stretch of the imagination to count Red Deer out of it, even with the fact that BC looked very good offensively and has Sean Schaefer on the mound. 3 balls and 1 strike here on J.P. Wilner. There's a strike to fill the count to 3-2. This one hit on the ground to third. Nick Lindsay with the glove, and the throw across is in plenty of time at first. There's 2 down. Chance to look at the defensive alignment in behind Sean Schaefer for Coquitlam and Team BC. Darren Honeysett, Jeff Bouchard, and Grant Malm left to right in the outfield. Nick Lindsay at third base, Jack Thompson at short. Alex Graham at second, and at first base is Taylor Lawrence. Kyle Iwata doing the catching behind the plate for Sean Schaefer. 0-1 here on Jason Lewis, the first baseman, as this one is driven deep to left, and this ball is gone. A solo home run for Jason Lewis gets Red Deer on the board and gets that first run out of the way. They're now down 4-1. But as we talked about, this is a Red Deer team that proved in this morning's game that they can really hit. And it could be an offensive game the rest of the way, with BC swinging the bats early. And now Jason Lewis getting the Red Deer Riggers off and running in the run column and also the hit column with a solo shot well over the fence and left. That was certainly a no-doubter. Looked like it hit off of the scoreboard in left field. First pitch strike there to Ty Russell, the DH. And it's 0-1. This one is hit towards the hole and into right field for a back-to-back base hits. Following up the home run, Ty Russell able to reach base with 2 outs. And Sean Schaefer was able to sit down the first 5 men that came to the plate for Alberta, but looks like they've started to try to figure him out and claw back into this game. Ty Russell aboard now at first for the center fielder Shane Court. There is strike 1 to Court on a first pitch fastball at 80 on the radar gun out of the hand of Sean Schaefer. No balls and a strike. That one misses downstairs to even the count 1-1. The three-man umpiring crew, by the way, for this game, Trevor Drury is behind the plate calling balls and strikes. Jamie Killingsworth is at first, and Jonathan Fillion roaming around the infield between second and third. Here's a soft bloop out to shallow right, but it'll get foul. That one I think was going to fall in between the first baseman Lawrence and Grant Malm in right had it stayed fair. But fortunately for the Angels, it did not. It landed in foul ground. One ball and two strikes here. And the pitch from Schaefer is inside on Cord. Count back even 2-2. Little tapper in behind home plate off the bat of Court to stay alive. He'll see another pitch. Still 2 balls and 2 strikes. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Schaefer able to get Court swinging to end the inning, but Jason Lewis goes deep to get the Riggers on the board. It's 4-1 BC over Alberta as we go to the bottom of the second.
Fans don't forget to stick around after conclusion for this game tonight. The opening ceremonies take place at approximately 6:15 p.m., followed by our main event of the evening, the host Victoria Mavericks taking on New Brunswick. There's some scores in earlier today already. Here at Ralph Park this morning, Quebec defeated Newfoundland 6-1 at Lambert Park at 9 a.m. Alberta.
BCLC is proud to be a part of communities across BC. From entertainment and great prizes to jobs and support for the tourism industry, the benefits of our business are province-wide. Every year, our players generate more than $1 billion for the province of BC, which is used to support healthcare, education, and community groups. Together, we play it forward.
This is so good.
Let me show you why. Our growers, they select the beans, not as easy as it seems. This one's perfect, that one too. So many great beans to brew. Premium Arabica. Ship them off to Canada. Arrive at our roastery. Sorting, roasting every bean. Taste test each cup. Coffee masters give thumbs up. Handcraft fresh brew. Spreading joy is what we do. From bean to cup, that is how we brew it up.
Cool. How are you making donuts?
To the bottom of the second inning, a 4-1 ball game in favor of the Coquitlam Angels, representing Team BC over Team Alberta and the Red Deer Riggers. Jason Lewis able to get a run back for Red Deer in that last half inning with the solo blast. For Coquitlam, it's Kyle Iwata starting off this bottom of the second after they sent 8 men to the plate in the first. It was not an easy start to the game for Matt Hammond, the righty. Getting the ball here this afternoon for Red Deer, but he'll look to settle into this second inning here. Nothing in 2 the count, and the fastball misses off the plate outside. There to Iwata. 1 ball and 2 strikes now is the count. There's a chopper foul over towards the third base coach's box. Count holds at 1-2. There's a foul back by Iwata to stay alive. He'll see another one on 1 ball and 2 strikes. That one comes inside, and it actually nicked off of, I think, the shoulder of Iwata, so it'll be a leadoff hit by pitch that puts him on base. And we'll go back to the top of the order for Jeff Bouchard, who led off the bottom of the first for BC and drilled a triple to the right center field gap, split the center and right fielders perfectly. And he can really run. He was able to cruise into third standing up and then came in to score on an infield hit that was a bunt that was popped up and worked out perfectly for Jack Thompson now, who waits on deck. First pitch strike there to Jeff Bouchard, and now the 0-1 pitch is coming up from Matt Hammond, and it's on the way. Fastball downstairs, that one at 84 on the radar gun. 1 ball and 1 strike the count. There's a swing and a miss on the 1-1 pitch. The throw down to second is in time. They got him. Nice throw and a nice tag as well by Denver Wick, the second baseman, as Kyle Iwata is caught stealing at second base. So the leadoff hit batter is wiped off the base paths by Matt Hammond. Really good throw as well from the catcher, Jeremy Harris-Simchak. This one is blooped down the right field line, but will be a foul ball. So it's 2 balls and 2 strikes now on Jeff Bouchard. Here now the 2-2. Close, but just missing up high, and it's full 3-2. Bases are clear with 1 away, and the payoff from Hammond is swung on and missed. Strike 3. Bouchard committed to the swing. I think at the last moment he tried to hold up, but could not. And so he is down on strikes for the second out of the inning. Now it's Jack Thompson, the shortstop. And again, Thompson, we've talked about it a couple of times. They got BC off and running with the first run of the game. Tried to put down a bunt. Instead, he popped it up, but it fell in behind the mound in front of second base perfectly for an infield hit. So he got credited with the RBI single. This one is yanked just foul past first base. That one, very solid contact by Thompson, but just a little out in front of it, and it's 0-2. Thompson also came around to score on the double by Darren Honeysett. There's an 86-mile-an-hour fastball, missing well off the plate outside from Hammond, and it's a ball and 2 strikes. Wave and a miss, and another punch out for Matt Hammond. Much better inning for him as BC is held scoreless. We go to inning number 3 at Wilson's Group Stadium. 4-1, Coquitlam leads Red Deer on Go Live broadcasts.
First up for Red Deer in the third, number 17, second baseman, Denver Wick.
Third inning rolls in here at Wilson's Group Stadium, the 3 p.m. game and the third game of the day here at Wilson's Group. This one hit right back up the middle. It's bobbled at second. The throw is not in time, and Denver Wick will reach base with, I think, what should be ruled an infield hit. That one just a soft liner. It was always going to be a tough play for the second baseman, Alex Graham. But that starts out, regardless, the top half of the third inning with a leadoff base runner aboard for Red Deer as they try to continue to claw back from the early 4-0 deficit. Back to the top of the order now for Jason Chatwood. Chatwood swinging away at the first pitch, popping it up into foul ground, and this will get out of play into the seats. So the 1 run to this point in the game for Red Deer on 2 hits. 4 runs on 5 hits, all of which coming in inning number 1 for Coquitlam. Some sun starting to peek out onto the diamond here this afternoon in Victoria. So there's a throw over from Schaefer to check on the runner at first. It is, though, a bit of a hazy sky once again. It's been that way for the past couple of weeks here in Victoria, with a lot of smoke from the wildfires in the province of British Columbia that have kind of blown the smoke overhead in not only Victoria, but as many parts of the Pacific Northwest and the United States as well, Washington and Oregon. The good news is we are hearing that the smoke should be starting to clear tomorrow and overnight tonight. So we'll hope that'll come into effect. There's one at second base. That's all they'll get, as it'll be a fielder's choice for Chatwood. Denver Wick is out at second. So first out of the top of the third inning for Sean Schaefer on the softly hit ground ball to second. Just a bit of a slow developing play. Did not allow the Coquitlam infield a chance to turn 2. Here's the catcher now, Jeremy Harasimchuk. And a swing and a miss on the first pitch breaking ball from Schaefer. No balls and 1 strike. Throw over to first. Back in is Jason Chatwood. Harasimchuk struck out his first time up, facing Sean Schaefer. And another swing and a miss. Quickly 0-2 on a pair of swinging strikes. So Harasimchuk here will have to battle to try to put something in play. Count is 0-2. And a swing and a miss. Strike 3. Another punch out, as it looked like Harasimchuk chased a ball outside for out number 2. That was an 80-mile-an-hour fastball from Sean Schaefer that was off the outside part of the plate. But a runner at first still for Red Deer. Now Jarrett Chatwood getting a chance to hit. And it's grounded right back to the mound, into the glove of Schaefer. The throw to first in plenty of time, and that's the inning. Nice rebound frame for Schaefer after he served up the home run ball in the second. It's 4-1 BC over top of Alberta as we go to the bottom of inning number 3.
Fans would like to thank some of the sponsors of this tournament here at Royal Athletic Park and Landmark Park this weekend. We sponsor the BC Lottery Corporation, and along with them, the Accent Inns and Hotel Zen, Passion Sports, Spinnakers, Tesseract Computers, Victoria Mobile Radio, Collins Barrow, Save On Foods, Wilson's Transportation, Emery Electric, Mayfair Optometric Clinic, Wallace Driving School, Peninsula Co-op, Island Savings, Avis Car Rentals, Coca-Cola, Yeat Street Tap House, and as I already mentioned, the presenting sponsors is BC Lotteries Corporation and BCLC.
Back here in Victoria for the bottom of inning number 3, led off by Darren Honeysett, the left fielder, who doubled in a run in the first inning for Coquitlam as part of their 4-1 lead. Honeysett got underneath this one. It's a high pop-up on the infield. I think Jason Lewis has the best view of it, the first baseman, and he makes the catch for out number 1. So Matt Hammond still trying to settle in on the mound after that 4-run first inning. He did look much sharper in the second, so that's good news for the Red Deer Riggers. Up next now for the Angels is Taylor Lawrence, the first baseman. And he takes one up high from Hammond. 1 ball and no strikes. Ground ball towards first base. Another chance for Lewis, and he takes it unassisted to first for the second out of the inning. Quick start to the bottom of the third for Hammond as he looks to work through a nice clean 1-2-3 inning. Alex Graham is standing in his way. Graham singled in a run as well in the first inning with a 2-out RBI base hit. Check that. The Graham single came with 1 out back in the first. He's ahead here of Matt Hammond, 2 balls and no strikes. And a big swing and a miss. Healthy cut there by Graham, but he came up empty. It's 2-1. Velocity still good on the fastball for Matt Hammond. That one at 85 on the radar gun. There's a strike to even the count, 2-2. Base is empty, 2 down here in the bottom of the third inning, and the 2-ball, 2-strike pitch is on the way. That one misses up high, an easy take. Count fills 3-2 on Alex Graham. And the payoff delivery is swung on and missed, held on to by the catcher Harris Simchuk, and that's the inning. Nice frame for Matt Hammond, who strikes out Alex Graham to end it, and we go to the 4th at Wilsons Group Stadium. 4-1 BC on top of Alberta at the 2018 Baseball Canada Men's National Championship.
Now for the Riggers, number 16, Aaron Dunton, left field.
To the top of the 4th here in Victoria, Sean Schaefer back to work, and he has looked very sharp through 3. Really the only mistake he's made was that home run ball that Jason Lewis crushed over the left field fence, but just 2 hits allowed for Schaefer, and he still pitches with a 3-run lead as we enter inning number 4. This is Aaron Dunsmore, the left fielder, leading it off for the Red Deer Riggers. Quickly behind, 0-2. As Schaefer looks to finish him off here with one more good pitch. Slow tapper right back to the mound, gloved by Schaefer. Throw a little high at first, but plenty of time for Lawrence to reach up and secure it in the glove and step on the bag for out number 1. So another quick first out of the inning recorded by Sean Schaefer. And he continues to roll through the first couple innings of this game. Here now, J.P. Wilner, the right fielder. Couple of balls on the first 2 pitches to Wilner, so he's ahead, 2 balls and no strikes. That one misses outside, and it's 3-0. So Schaefer trying to find the zone, rein it back in out there on the mound. High fastball is upstairs, and that'll be a 4-pitch walk. So Schaefer just, I think, uncharacteristic of him to miss with 4 consecutive pitches. But Wilner will take it. He's over there at first now with 1 out, and Jason Lewis is the hitter. And again, he's the lone hitter in the order that's really done any damage off of Sean Schaefer with that home run ball back in inning number 2. The only other base hit came from Ty Russell, who waits on deck. So this is potentially a dangerous part of the order coming up for the Riggers as they try to work their way back from a 3-run deficit. Another pitch that missed, not close to Jason Lewis. That one was blocked by the catcher, Kyle Iwata. Didn't get quite far enough away from him to allow Wilner a chance to move up to second. This ball is crushed to deep right field. It has a chance, but it's going to be hauled in on the warning track in right. Now hustling back to first, and safe at first is Wilner to avoid getting doubled off. A nice play in right. That ball was dropping quickly. And getting back to it was Grant Malm in right field to take extra bases away from Jason Lewis. But that's 2 times now Lewis has made very good contact in his 2 at-bats, one resulting in a no-doubt home run and a loud out number 2 to the opposite field that carried Grant Malm all the way back to the warning track. So 2 down in the inning now. There is a check on the base runner, J.P. Wilner at first. Ty Russell now getting another chance to hit the DH as he grounds it foul past first. And it's 0-1. Well, Ty Russell, the hitter at the plate, is a former Victoria Harbor Cat, so he is no stranger to playing on this field. Russell played for the Harbor Cats in their inaugural West Coast League season back in 2013. 0-1 pitch is in there on the outside corner. 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes, and 2 out here in the top of inning number 4. And the pitch. Misses down and away for 1 ball and 2 strikes now. Sean Schaefer still ahead here. And the 1-2 offering, but first a throw over back to Taylor Lawrence over there covering first. Just trying to keep J.P. Wilner close to the bag. Count remains 1-2, and awaiting the pitch is Ty Russell at the plate. Swing and a miss, and that's the inning. Russell chased the pitch outside, and another punch out for Schaefer. Puts an end to the top of the 4th. We go to the bottom half here in Victoria. 4-1, still the lead in favor of Team BC.
Take this opportunity to send out some thank yous to people who helped make this tournament possible this weekend. Baseball Canada and official tournament heads Alfred Simmons and Kyle Williams, co-chairs Dave Cockle and Kelly Curta, financial director Trish Thain, volunteer director Jackie Payne, umpire scoring director Eric Metzen, Harbor Cats staffers Brad Morris Jones, Christian Stewart, and John Pollard, facility directors Ken Pollard and Dave Gardner, media broadcast and social media Mike Edwards, Shane Mills, and Diane Cockle, and ticketing Darlene Cockle and Bonnie Emery.
BCLC is proud to be a part of communities across BC. From entertainment and great prizes to jobs and support for the tourism industry, the benefits of our business are province-wide. Every year, our players generate more than $1 billion for the province of BC, which is used to support healthcare, education, and community groups. Together, we play it forward.
So good.
Let me show you why. Our growers, they select the beans, not as easy as it seems. This one's perfect, that one too. So many great beans to brew. Premium Arabica, ship 'em off to Canada. Arrive at our roastery, sorting, roasting every bean. Taste test each cup. Coffee masters give thumbs up. Handcraft fresh brew. Spreading joy is what we do. From bean to cup, that is how we brew it up.
Cool. How you making donuts?
On to the bottom half of inning number 4, and it's a 4-1 lead for BC over Alberta. 4-run first inning holding up for the Coquitlam Angels. But they haven't had much off of Matt Hammond since that first inning, trying to get back on the Red Deer starter here in the bottom of inning number 4. This is Jordan Varga, the DH, with a high chopper up the middle at second base. Denver Wick's throw is in time, and that's out number 1. Really, since that first inning, it's been a very well-pitched game for Matt Hammond, who has gone pitch for pitch with Sean Schaefer on the BC side. But it's still the 4-1 lead in favor of Team BC. We thank you for tuning in here this afternoon on this Thursday. Whether you've been watching all day long or just for this game, this one is flown in the air to left field, and it's right into the glove of Dunsmore for out number 2. Just to recap today's action thus far, there are 4 games today at Wilson's Group Stadium and an additional 3 games over at Lambrick Park. In the 2 9 a.m. games, we saw Quebec right here at Wilson's Group Stadium defeat Newfoundland 6-1. Meanwhile, these Red Deer Riggers took down Ontario 2, the Ilderton Red Army, by a score of 8-0 over at Lambrick Park. The 2 12 p.m. games saw Tecumseh, Ontario 1, defeat Nova Scotia in a narrow 2-1 victory here at Wilson's Group Stadium. And over at Lambrick, we had a thriller, Manitoba 8-6 winners in extra innings, an 8-inning game that Manitoba was able to squeak out 8-6 over New Brunswick. Count is 2 balls and 1 strike here, and it misses up high to Nick Lindsay, the third baseman. 3 balls and 1 strike now the count. Right now, this is the only game going on at either field. This one is hit hard up the middle into center, and the inning will continue as Lindsay reaches base with a solid base hit. Over at Lambrick Park, just about to get underway in the final game of the day over there. The Ilderton Red Army, Ontario 2, once again playing their second game of the day against Quebec in the third and final game at Lambrick today. That one a 3:45 local time start, which actually just passed, so that one should have just been about getting underway. We'll also have the opening ceremonies coming up at 6:15 local time right here at Wilson's Group Stadium. And the finale is here at 7 o'clock between the host team, the Victoria Mavericks, and Team New Brunswick, represented by the Moncton Fisher Cats. This ball is flown to deep left center field, long run, and it's not going to be tracked down in center by Cord. Getting the wave around is the lead runner for the Angels, and he will come in to score. Lindsay scores all the way from first on the Kyle Iwata RBI double, and that makes it 5-1 for Coquitlam. So just as we talked about at the very start of this inning, the fact that Coquitlam had really dried up offensively since that 4-run first inning, but they're able to get another run across here in the bottom of the 4th to extend their lead to 5-1. Kyle Iwata now stands at second base in scoring position with 2 gone, and we'll go back to the top of the order for Jeff Bouchard. who tripled and then came around to score in his first at-bat in the ball game. There's a strike on Bouchard. 1 ball and 1 strike the count. There is a right-hander now warming up for Coquitlam in their bullpen. And the 1-1 to Bouchard is in the dirt. Good block by Harasimchuk. And it's 2 balls and 1 strike. Just back to finish that topic on the scheduling for today. An action-packed day 1 of the 2018 Baseball Canada Men's National Championships as the 2-1 pitch is in there for a strike, 2-2. New Brunswick will be trying to rebound in a big game for them. It's always difficult after you lose a heartbreaker in extra innings to come back later that day and play again. But very important for New Brunswick, needless to say, to avoid falling to 0-2. This one is popped up, little bloop to shallow center, and it's going to fall in for a base hit. Iwata will score on the bloop single right up the middle. And Jeff Bouchard has himself a 2-hit day and an RBI. It's a 6-1 Coquitlam lead.
Up next, the shortstop, number 11, Jack Robinson.
So 2 runs have come across for the Angels here in the bottom of the 4th inning as they've taken now a 5-run advantage. Jack Thompson is the hitter with 2 outs. Matt Hammond still trying to leg through this 4th inning. 6 runs on 8 hits now in the game for the Angels. This one is chopped towards the hole and past a diving second baseman into right field. Going first to third on the play is the lead runner Bouchard. And once again, the Angels are in business, trying to add on to their 2 runs already that they have scored in this inning. Catcher Harasimchuk goes out to the mound to try to calm Matt Hammond down. But it's Bouchard now at third, Thompson at first, and Darren Honeysett is the hitter. Honeysett 1 for 2 with that RBI double back in the first. Runner goes for second. The throw down is not in time. Just avoiding the tag. It looked like the throw beat Thompson to the bag, but he was able to avoid the tag and slide in safely. Looked like that was perhaps a design play by the Angels where Bouchard had the chance to read it and see if he had a chance to try to scurry home from third on a double steal. But he did not elect to try to score from third. 2 runners are now in scoring position though for Honeysett with 2 gone, and a base hit here would really put a lot of distance between Coquitlam and Red Deer if Honeysett's able to deliver here with 2 outs. Big pitch coming up here for Matt Hammond, ahead 0-2. And he wants to go through the signs once again, and now here's the pitch. Fastball up high, that one at 87 as Hammond reached back for a little extra that time. But it missed for 1 ball and 2 strikes. Ground ball softly up the middle into the glove of Chatwood at short, and the throw across is in time to retire the side. 2 more runs come across to score for the Coquitlam Angels, and they have a 6-1 lead over Team Alberta as we head to inning number 5.
Go, honey. Pick up deep. Honey, is that you? Hey. Yeah. Honey. Yeah. Are you sure? Yeah. I'm all right. What do you do? Amazeballs? Pretty good. How are you doing?
Heck yeah. No, what are you doing?
(6-1) now the lead for the Coquitlam Angels, representing Team BC over the Red Deer Riggers of Alberta. And a new pitcher on for Coquitlam here to work inning number 5, as Sean Schaefer went 4 very solid innings in his start. Sean Hetherington is the new righty on the mound, listed at 6'7", 205 pounds, a big guy from Tsawwassen, BC. And he's quickly ahead here, 0-2. O2 pitch outside, missing down and away. 1 ball and 2 strikes on Shane Court, the center fielder. 8-9-1, scheduled to hit for the Riggers here in the top of the 5th, with Court, Wick, and then back to the top of the order for Jason Chatwood. That is a foul ball, I believe off the foot of Court before it bounced back into fair territory. Count 1 ball and 2 strikes here to Shane Court, the center fielder, leading off the Riggers' half of inning number 5. Still nobody throwing in the Red Deer bullpen down the right field line, so Matt Hammond may in fact go back out there to work the bottom of the 5th. This one is a slow roller up the middle into the glove of Thompson. The throw across just in time, and that'll be out number 1. There is a right-hander up and throwing in the BC bullpen down the left field line. And by the looks of it, that's Dan Britton Foster, who is now warming up. One-two pitch. Check that. The first pitch of the at-bat to Denver Wick drops in for a strike. 0-1 the count. Another chance for Thompson at short. And the throw in time at first, 2 down. Couple of slowly hit ground balls, routine for Jack Thompson. And there's quickly 2 away here to start out the top of inning number 5. Exactly what Sean Hetherington wanted to do. Come out there after his guys got him 2 runs to make it a 6-1 lead and put up a nice clean top of the 5th inning. And we know with the 7-inning games, if you can get through inning number 5 with a nice lead, all of a sudden the opposing team just has those 2 more innings to work with to try to get those runs back. We'll go back to the top of the order now. Jason Chatwood, the shortstop, striding in to hit. Bases are empty with 2 away, and the count is a ball and no strikes. There is strike 1 to even up the count. Hetherington drops in a 75 mile an hour off-speed pitch. Check swing by Chatwood, but it's in there anyway for strike 2. Hetherington with the look in, trying to find one more good pitch to work through a quick 1-2-3 frame in relief. Another breaking pitch misses down and away. Did not get the swing that time from Chatwood, and it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Base is clear with 2 away, and the pitch is just low for ball 3. Good disciplined take there by Chatwood to fill the count. And here now is Sean Hetherington's payoff pitch. It's swung on and missed, strike 3. Hetherington with a 1-2-3 top of the 5th inning for Coquitlam, who still holds a 5-run lead as we go to the bottom of the 5th.
the opening ceremonies of the 2018 BC College Championships. We got 36, approximately 6:15 around there, and then we'll conclude today's function at Wilson Group Stadium at Athletic Park as the Monkey Pitcher Test and Defense representative take on the host of Victoria Mountains.
On to the home half of inning number 6, and it's a 6-1 lead for Coquitlam over the Red Deer Riggers. There's a leadoff single for Taylor Lawrence, the first baseman, starting off the bottom of the 5th inning. Middle third of the order due up for BC, with Lawrence, Graham, and then Varga, the DH, scheduled to hit. That's the 10th hit in the ball game for BC. So they've, after that first inning, got off to a good start. Here's a quick snap throw down to first base, and Lawrence is back in. Here's Alex Graham, the second baseman, taking his hacks. But BC got off to the good start in that first inning. 4 runs on 5 hits in the first. They now have 6 on 10 hits in total. As the pitch comes inside on Graham and gets all the way to the backstop, that will allow Lawrence to advance 90 feet to second. And so now the Angels looking for more here in the bottom of the 5th as they try to distance themselves from the Riggers of Alberta. Slow ground ball to short is bobbled by Chatwood, and coming in to score is Taylor Lawrence. Regardless, that one was going to get Lawrence up to third base on the slowly hit ground ball to short, but Chatwood bobbled it, and that will allow Graham to reach base and Lawrence to come in to score. So it's now a 7-1 Coquitlam lead over the Red Deer Riggers here in the 5th inning. We have a pinch hitter here for Coquitlam. It's Jordy Molinari from Burnaby, BC, getting a chance to hit. Fastball in tight. They're crowding Molinari. Molinari here hitting in the DH spot for Jordan Varga. This one is popped up into foul ground. This one will get out of play into the seats. Still nobody out here in the bottom of the 5th inning, and now a run in for the Coquitlam Angels, who have extended their lead to 7-1. There is now a right-hander up and throwing in the Red Deer bullpen. There was a fastball missing well low and outside. 1 ball and 2 strikes on Jordy Molinari. That one comes inside and hits Molinari, so he will now advance to first. Running on that pitch was Alex Graham. He got a pretty good jump, but after the hit batter, he's able to just trot the rest of the way to second base. Pitching coach is out of the dugout for Red Deer to have a chat with Matt Hammond. As mentioned, there is somebody warming up, a right-hander in the Alberta bullpen, but perhaps this mound visit to serve a couple of purposes. 1, to try to calm Matt Hammond down, but 2, just to give that right-handed pitcher a little more chance to warm up. Still no outs in this bottom of the 5th inning, and a run already in for the Coquitlam Angels. There's 2 men aboard at first and second. And Grant Malm swings through that first pitch. Good off-speed delivery there from Matt Hammond. Got him out in front, and it's 0-1. That one clocked it. That last pitch crowded Malm inside. 1 ball and 1 strike. Now a swing and a foul back. 1-2. Alex Graham, the base runner at second. Jordy Molinari, after pinch hitting, is at first. And then he got hit by the pitch and then last at bat. This one is bounced right back up the middle. Chance for 2. There's 1 at second. Back to first, and it's not in time. Malm ran hard down the first base to beat it out and avoid the double play. So it's just a fielder's choice. Runners now at the corners for BC. Alex Graham goes to third. And Nick Lindsay will be the hitter. He's had a nice day at the plate. Lindsay with a 1-for-2 day and a run scored. Lindsay drilled a solid base hit into center field in his last at bat. And now the 0-1 is just a little high. 1 ball, 1 strike. Matt Hammond still a ground ball away from getting through this 5th inning. As the 1-1 pitch is on the way to Lindsay, and it's in for a strike. 1-2. We know Hammond either trying to get that ground ball or pitching for the strikeout here with 1 out in the inning. And Alex Graham over there at third base. Lindsay, of course, thinking about getting something airborne deep enough to the outfield. So that one is tapped just in behind the plate. Count moves now to 1 ball and 2 strikes. Hammond with the look in to his catcher, Harasimchuk, and the 1-2 pitch in tight for a ball. The runner goes for second, and safe at second is Grant Malm. There was no tag attempt there from the second baseman, Denver Wick. He was weary of the potential for a double steal by Coquitlam, so he just wound up eating that ball. Infield now will come in before the 2-2 pitch. Close one just outside on the fastball at 85 from Matt Hammond. And the count now is full 3-2. Runners at second and third, 1 out, and a run home for the Angels in this inning. There's a swing and a miss, and a big strikeout for Hammond to get him to 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th. That will allow now the infield for Red Deer to retreat back to their normal positions. Kyle Iwata, the catcher, will come up to the plate to hit. Iwata was able to drive in a run his last time up. Took a healthy cut at that first offering of this at-bat from Hammond and fouled it back. It's Graham at third, Malm at second, with 2 gone now in the bottom of the 5th inning. 7-1 the lead for Coquitlam over Red Deer. And Kyle Iwata with a foul back to the screen. It's quickly 0-2. Matt Hammond with the long look in, and he is set for the 0-2. That one misses just off the plate, and it's 1 ball and 2 strikes. Hammond still ahead here on Kyle Iwata. Here's the 1-2. And that one hit Iwata right on the helmet. Looks like he's okay as he trots down to first. Fortunately for him, he was able to kind of duck and take that one right off the crown of the helmet, which is probably the best place to be hit if there is one. As opposed to, of course, being hit square in the face or on the ear or back of the helmet. That might be it, and it is going to be it for Matt Hammond. So out of the dugout is Joel Peterman, the skipper for the Red Deer Riggers. Matt Hammond's day is done. We have a pitching change here in the bottom of the 5th inning at Wilsons Group Stadium. Back in a moment. Back here in the bottom of the 5th inning, a run in for the Coquitlam Angels, and they have the bases loaded with a new pitcher into the game for Red Deer to try to stop the bleeding. 2 outs in the frame, and Jeff Bouchard is the hitter. Sheldon Jones, the new right-hander, into the game for Matt Hammond, as this one is hit hard. Diving stop at second, and Wick throws out Jeff Bouchard to end the inning. A big play there by the second baseman, Denver Wick, to get the Riggers through the 5th, and we head on to inning number 6 at Wilsons Group Stadium. 7-1 is the lead for Coquitlam.
1 run on 3 hits and 3 runners left on base. All right, fans, get your 50-50 tickets up here now. Winning prize $125. 326-105. Number
120.
105. for the Riggers, the catcher, number 12, Jeremy Rasmussen.
5 complete here at Wilson's Group Stadium. It's a 7-1 lead for the Coquitlam Angels, representing Team BC over Team Alberta and the Red Deer Riggers. As we play on to the top of the 6th inning, Sean Hetherington back out there on the mound for BC. And he is pitching to Jeremy Harasimchuk, the catcher. 2, 3, and 4 due up for Alberta in this inning. 1 ball and 1 strike to count here on Harasimchuk. And now the pitch from Hetherington is cut on and missed. Now it's 1-2. Jarrett Chatwood is next, waiting on deck. Aaron Dunsmore will follow, the left fielder. 1-2 pitch, grounded right to third. Tough hop there at third for Lindsay, but his throw is a little low, and safe at first is going to be Jeremy Harasimchuk. Well, he took a weird hop right in front of him off the lip of the infield grass at third. The problem for Lindsay, though, wasn't actually gloving that ball. He was able to react to it and glove it okay, but I think the hop kind of changed the routine, if you will, of his throwing motion across the diamond, because he bounced the throw well in front of first base. And unable to dig it out at first was Lawrence. So the leadoff man is aboard here for Red Deer in this inning. Here's a base hit, could be more, into left center field. And stopping at second is Harasimchuk. So it will be a base hit here for Jarrett Chatwood. And the Riggers have something cooking here in the top of the 6th inning. 2 on, nobody out. And they're in need of a major rally, down by 6 runs with only 6 more outs to work with here in this game. But they're off to a good start here in this 6th inning. Aaron Dunsmore now is the hitter. There is action going in both bullpens at the moment. A couple of righties throwing, 1 on each side. Pitch to Dunsmore, catches the zone on the outside corner. Nice pitch there from Hetherington to start off the at-bat. And it's no balls and 1 strike. And there is strike 2, same spot, and the same call from home plate umpire Trevor Drury. Quickly 0-2 the count here to Aaron Dunsmore. This one is grounded to short, could be 2. There's 1, the throw across is low and gets away from first base. Fortunately for the Angels, it caromed off the dugout area right back to the first baseman Lawrence, which prevented Harasimchuk from coming in to score. So the Angels do get 1 on that play. Runners now at the corners with 1 out. J.P. Wilner getting another chance. Wilner 0 for 1 with a walk on his line in this game. RBI chance for him here if he can get something airborne deep enough to the outfield. The Riggers, though, I think, are thinking about more than just that. They're thinking about a bigger rally, stringing together some more hits in this 6th inning off of Sean Hetherington. There's a swing and a miss by Wilner. Quickly 0-2. It's Harasimchuk at third, Dunsmore at first with 1 out. And the 0-2 delivery is shot into right field. That's a base hit, and Harasimchuk will trot home to score. So the Riggers get their 2nd run of the game, and their first since the 2nd inning of this game, to make it a 7-2 ball game. But still work to be done with the 5-run deficit. Runners at first and second now with 1 out, and Jason Lewis will be the hitter. Remember, Lewis went deep on a solo shot back in the 2nd. For the first and only run up until that base hit a moment ago for the Riggers on their side of the run column. So Sean Hetherington, after a very sharp first inning of relief in the 5th, has not quite enjoyed that same level of success here in the 6th. It is a 7-2 ball game, not 7-3 as the scoreboard shows. Hetherington, after the mound meeting with his catcher Kyle Iwata, just trying to settle back in here, knows he has the big lead, so it's not a high pressure spot for Hetherington just yet. There's a big swing by Lewis, and Hetherington pulled the string on the 74-mile-an-hour off-speed pitch. Count on Lewis is 1 ball and 1 strike. There's a swing and a miss, and it's 1-2. Dunsmore at second, Wilner at first here with 1 away, and the 1-2 pitch is cut on and missed, strike 3. Lewis strikes out. Another 77-mile-an-hour off-speed pitch from Hetherington got him out in front. And there's 2 down now in the top of the 6th as Hetherington tries to limit the damage here to just the 1 run in the inning. Ty Russell now the hitter, the DH for Red Deer. And the first pitch from Hetherington to Russell is hit softly on the ground to short. Throw across the diamond from Thompson is in time, and that's the inning. So Hetherington does surrender 1 run in the frame, but he limits the damage to just that, and it's a 7-2 lead for Team BC over Alberta as we go to the bottom of inning number 6.
For Alberta in the top of the 6th inning, 1 run on 2 hits, 2 men left on base. Over at Lambert Park in the 2nd inning, Quebec leads Ontario 3-0 in the 2nd inning. We will keep you up to date on that one as it continues.
To the bottom of inning number 6 we go at Wilson's Group Stadium. It's led off by Jack Thompson, the shortstop for Team BC and the Coquitlam Angels. A 7-2 lead in favor of BC over Alberta here in the opening game of the tournament for Coquitlam. Remember, this is the 2nd game for Alberta after their 8-0 win over Ontario 2 Ilderton this morning at Lambert Park. Jack Thompson with a high fly ball to center field. Drifting over to it to make the catch is Shane Cord, and that is out number 1.
Up for Columbia left fielder number 25, Darren Hennison.
This is Joel Pieterman, the new pitcher for Red Deer, who is also serving as the manager for this team, the head coach in the tournament. Peterman getting himself the nod here to work the bottom of inning number 6. Trying to hold the lead at 5 runs for Coquitlam before his team comes back up to the plate in the top of the 7th, trying to erase that deficit. 1 ball and 1 strike. Here, Darren Honeysett is the hitter. And Honeysett takes ball 2, 2-1 the count. Honeysett in this game 1 for 3 with the double that scored a run. And he also came around to score himself shortly thereafter in that first inning. There's a strike right on the outer half of the plate. Nice pitch from Peterman. And it's 2 balls and 2 strikes now to Darren Honeysett. Angels with those 4 runs in the first inning. 2 more in the 4th and 1 in the 5th as Honeysett has himself a 2-hit day. That one stroked nicely into right for a 1-out base hit.
Number 23, Kurt Small.
Here's a first pitch strike from Peterman to a pinch hitter here, Kurt Malm, who will take over for the first baseman, Taylor Lawrence. Throw over to first. Back in is Honeysett with a dive. Count is 0-1 on Kurt Malm, the brother of Grant Malm, who started in right field. Big breaking ball from Peterman catches the inside corner, and it's 0-2. No balls and 2 strikes. And that is strike 3 called right on the inner half of the plate. Malm down looking for out number 2.
Up next, the second baseman, number 7, Alex Graham.
So here now is Alex Graham, the second baseman, hitting with the runner at first and 2 outs. Runner goes for second, and there's not going to be a throw. Great jump there for the base stealer. That being Darren Honeysett, able to get himself into scoring position now with 2 gone. And Graham will try to knock him in. This one is flared out to right field. Could be trouble, but it falls in just foul. So it'll just be a long strike 1 as Graham is forced to pick up the bat and step back into the batter's box. Honeysett will retreat back to second base. One 1-0 pitch is a high fly ball to medium deep left field. Dunsmore sees it into his glove, and that's all for the Angels here in the bottom of the 6th. 3 more outs required for Coquitlam to seal a win in their first game of the tournament. They have a 7-2 lead heading to the top of the 7th.
Down, out, boys.
On to the top of inning number 7, and a new pitcher in for Coquitlam to try to record the final 3 outs and give Team BC a victory in their opening game of the 2018 Baseball Canada Men's National Championships. It's Dan Britton Foster, the new righty, standing at 6'2", 200 pounds, native of Ladysmith, BC. And Britton Foster misses just off the plate inside to Shane Court, the center fielder. 1 ball and 1 strike is the count. A new catcher as well into the game to catch the 7th inning here for Coquitlam. It's Scott Tulloch, who has replaced Kyle Iwata behind the plate. Two balls and a strike here on Shane Court, and the pitch is sliced foul back to the screen and behind home plate. 2-2. 7-2 is the lead for BC over Alberta. Alberta in jeopardy if they cannot find at least 5 runs here in this 7th inning of falling to 1-1 on the tournament after their 8-0 victory this morning at Lambert Park. There is strike 3 called as Shane Court, is rung up on strikes by Trevor Drury. And that's 1 down here to start out the top of inning number 7. Here now the second baseman, Denver Wick, getting another chance. And he will take a strike on the first pitch from Dan Britton Foster. There's a big swing and a miss by Wick, and it's quickly 0-2. Britton Foster with the look in, and now the 0-2 delivery. Right back to the mound, just past the mound, gloved by the second baseman Graham, and the throw across to first is in plenty of time for the second out of the inning, and the Red Deer Riggers are now down to their final out in this game. Back to the top now for Jason Chatwood. And a swing and a miss by Chatwood on the first offering from Britton Foster. Quickly 0-1. Oh, 1 pitch misses downstairs. 1 ball and 1 strike. Well, Alberta, assuming they cannot mount a big rally here with 2 outs in the top of the 7th inning, they will rest up and get ready to play Newfoundland tomorrow at 3 p.m. at Lambrick Park in their next game. Every team plays 4 games in the round robin of the tournament. BC trying to lock up here their first win of the tournament in their first game to move to 1-0. They will play Quebec tomorrow morning right here at Wilsons Group Stadium at 9 a.m. 2-1 pitch is upstairs. 3 balls and 1 strike on Jason Chatwood. Chatwood today 0 for 3 at the plate. And here is the 3-1 from Dan Britton Foster. There's a strike, and it's 3-2. Full count here with 2 outs, top of the 7th inning. Nobody aboard for the Red Deer Riggers. And Britton Foster delivers the payoff pitch. This one is stroked into right, coming on, and making the play on the run is Grant Malm to end the ball game. It's a victory in the opening game for Team BC, represented by the Coquitlam Angels. 7-2 the final score on 11 hits to just 3 hits on the side of the Alberta Red Deer Riggers. So Dan Britton Foster closes it out in the 7th inning. A good start for Team BC, the defending champions of the 2018 Baseball Canada Men's National Championships. That game tomorrow morning will be a good one between BC and Quebec. We did see Quebec here in the 9 a.m. game this morning at Wilsons Group Stadium, and they looked quite good in their 6-1 victory over Newfoundland. So one more game today still to come here at Wilson's Group Stadium between the host Victoria Mavericks and New Brunswick, represented by the Moncton Fisher Cats. But first we'll have the opening ceremonies of the 2018 Baseball Canada Men's National Championship at 6:15. That Victoria game against New Brunswick will start at 7 o'clock here at Wilson's Group Stadium. Thanks for tuning in for this one here this afternoon, and we'll see you back here for the opening ceremonies, followed by Victoria against New Brunswick at 7 o'clock on Go Live Broadcasts.
The opening ceremonies